All right, so some updates on this stuff I worked on today. Got this little hot dog street vendor guy. Um, Felt like chopsticks made a pretty good tongs for being able to grab hot dogs off the grill. She's pretty stoked about getting one. I like her gold arm. Makes me feel like she's got a body mod kind of thing going on. Then I put some foliage and bicycle down underneath the staircase. I kind of left the staircase not unfinished, but just where it's like, kind of bumped out and disarray down there. Like parts of it maybe fallen away, got broken over time. I got this little clip here that I'm going to use to help hide those wires there. Um, this face is a little naked to me. I'm trying to decide what I want to put there. Um, that's something. Then I finally got the staircase connected in a way that it'll stay in place. And it gives me a spot here where I can use a Technic pen to stud and then maybe piece like a paper thing there or something, kind of like someone just plastered something against the wall kind of deal. Change the pipe from gray to yellow. I like how it pops a bit more and it feels a bit more like a utility kind of scenario, with a little like shut off valve there. And then I don't remember if it was in the last one, but routed the wires so that they come through over here and they'll be able to be out of the way for that. So I'm gonna put one light in here. I'm thinking it can hang down, be kind of a glowy kind of light, can hang down over the hot dog vendor guy and such. And then in this spot, I'm gonna have it look like it got graffiti tagged. So in Atlanta, Hashima, or the Neo Atlanta, we're having kind of a 404 versus 770, which are two of the main zip codes around. So I, in the studio, got this little thing with some coral and sand green, and so it's 3 studs tall, not including the capstone bricks. So it'll fit in here. In the it's 8 studs across, total, including the studs, the brackets. The interior part is sideways built, and it's about 5.5 studs, 5 studs. They're about long, so it'll fit in this area here. Graffiti tag. I opted for more of like some grays mixed in, some tan, just to give like the idea of it being broken. Stuff kind of in disarray down here in the bottom level, like this grill. If you can see next to the orange one, I left one off intentionally, kind of like his grill was, falling apart or whatever, and he never got around to replacing that part, that front part. Um, Hard to see it on the camera, but there's like a dark green vine piece back there, and then the other plant pieces around. Should give kind of like a stuff growing kind of feel. I might swap out the bike for a pink or yellow one so it pops a little bit more back there, um, making it a little more interesting overall. Got to the landing for here, so that'll be nice and sturdy with the Technic beam going across and connecting to the building. And I'll go up. I probably won't take it quite as far. Um, Keeping the same, roughly the same angle. That one to here, it brings my landing up to about this point, which is more of a 2/3 than a halfway point. So I'll probably have this staircase be a shorter run. Doesn't have to go all the way to the same spot. Yeah, so that's that corner is looking pretty good, I think. I'm going to get some tile, I think some sand green tile, and tile off all of this. I know it's a lot of sand green, but one, I love the color, and two, I feel like it fits the area decently well. Being like this bottom level kind of place, these earthy tones. It's not the gaudy garish colors that we see in other spots, but they're parts of it. And I want the rail here to have probably like an azure, dark azure, or medium azure under bit. This one's gray because it's the disarray. It's been scratched up over time, worn, whatever. The paint's worn off. But up here and then under here, I'll need to finish this staircase a little bit better because we see it more and it'll be more visible. Under there, they've stopped caring because it's like the slum part of stuff. Sorry if my camera was pointing my leg the whole time. But here, it's more visible to everyone around. So underneath there, I need to make sure it's actually finished up pretty well. So yeah, that's where things are so far for tonight. Too bad, having lots of fun with it. Oh, and this little like thing here, it's kind of like them pouring something into this little gutter thing, and my plan is to have this loop up to a little hose to this thing. It can be up here, somewhere up here, but kind of like a waste water, and they're just draining it right down to there, and there's the valve to turn it, but no one down there really knows what's going on. So you tell me, is that urine? Is that oil? Is that some special chemical made by whatever that chemical company is, so I forget. But yeah, that's where we are. So I'm digging it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna swap out that bike so it doesn't blend in so much with all the other stuff going on back there. My only concern with it is that it kind of one of my concerns is that it kind of makes the drain get lost. So I'm wondering if I will use the bike concept somewhere else. Plus I think it puts a lot of tension on but it puts some tension on the wires. So like that, you can see the drain a little bit better. I can use something else to help hide those cables pretty well. Yeah, I think that's better. I'll put the bike's easy enough to stick somewhere else, but it's just really big for that space. I might put some garbage bag things back there or something like that. I think it will be more fitting for that space.